The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go from the Superdome. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. First and 10. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And he'll take it for 4 yards on the game's first play. Here's a 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll get this complete. That's the tight end, Noah Gray. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's McCaffrey. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. They get the...
Entering
Big way. That's good for 29 yards. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll go play action with Purdy. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time...
And he'll take it on in. Noah Gray. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. The extra point is good. Saints will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The lefty right to the air to start. Finds his tight end, Dulcich. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Down the left sideline. And he'll be taken down.
Over the course of my career early on, there was a handful of guys that were downfield threats in the passing game, but they did a lot of stuff in the run game. They were really good extra pass protectors, and if you threw them the ball, they had very sure hands. But what we're seeing now is the ability to get deep and add layers into the secondary as a pass receiving threat, and not only do damage before they catch the ball, but so many of these guys have tremendous ability after the catch. In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Backed up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Achane. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll try to sneak it here. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak? That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. Now they're trying to answer that opening drive touchdown on the other side. So the offense stays out and they go for it on 4th and goal. They snap it to Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. They roll the dice, 4th and goal, but they're going to wind up being turned away by the defense.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
Catch is made by Romeo Dobbs. And he's taken down up past the 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Play action now. Purdy. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. That's going to be caught by Gray. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Here's Purdy again. Open man downfield, that's London. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
They can keep the drive alive if they get to the 4, but facing 3rd down at the moment. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Saints will extend to a 10-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Tua. That one intercepted. Now the try here for the point after. He gets it to go. And the Saints move further out in front. It is now 17-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. He's got it to the tight end, Dulcich. And he'll be taken down. And that's good. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Tua.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
Here's 3rd and 2. In motion, it's Waddle. 3rd and 2, Tagovailoa. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on. So the hope is, when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space, so when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over here up near the 40.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
On 1st and 10, Purdy. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. That's complete. He's got it to London. And he will score. Drake London. Touchdown Saints. Extra point attempt to come here. The kick is good. The Saints are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
A pistol set with Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Here's Tungo Vailoa. He gets this complete to Dulcich. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Dolphins first down.
Back to throw is Tua. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it'll be second down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And the Saints will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway. I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
The throw on the run is complete. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case,
and for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Kool-Aid McKinstry. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. He is in. Drake London. Touchdown, New Orleans. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The extra point is good. And the Saints move out even further ahead. It is now 31-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the pistol, here's Tua. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll let the fullback try to push the pot. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
These are the situations why, Mike, that some teams continue to keep a fullback on the roster. You get into these 3rd and short situations, just hand it to the big guy, put your head down, pick up the first down.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That is caught left side by Waddle. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now it's Tua. Finds his tight end, Dulcich. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. To the air again, Tagovailoa. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
On the carry, here's Israel Abanikanda. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Throw across his body is complete. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Montez Sweat that time fights his way in to record the sack.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And off the deflection, it is taken in. A huge play just before the half. It's a gain of 34.
This offense find themselves with a big lead here, but remember, it's still the first half, Mike. There's a long way to go. Defensively, they've got to buckle down. They have to find a way to put a lid on this offense, because if they don't, they're going to find themselves at the halftime break down by a whole lot.
Saints going to use their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes. And you could tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Saints. Now, the extra point. It's up and good. The Saints keep rolling right along. 38-0. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's first and 10. Now Tua sending it deep for Waddle. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, now it's just getting out of control, Mike. I mean, to see him continue to put the ball in harm's way time and time again, it's a little miscommunication. It's a little bad execution. I'm sure it's a little bit of everything, but at the end of the day, the ball is in your hands. You've got to make better decisions with it.
And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's deep for Olave. He's got it! And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a game that is all but over here at the break. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Tagovailoa. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it, because at some point something's going to break your way, and they desperately need it.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. An inside give here to the fullback on the dive. And he's trying to power forward, but no dice. They're going to stop him behind the line.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up fourth down. Yeah, in this game, Mike, it's just gotten away from them here in the third quarter. They're pretty much forced every possession. They're going to have to go for it and really press the issue, and I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough to get them back into this one.
Here's Abanaconda. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing. Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
No chance at all. He'll go down.
Third and real long. This is where your defensive line has to come to life. They decided to keep extra blockers in the backfield, but it didn't matter. They were able to bring them down for a sack and brings up fourth down.
The Saints now gonna try a field goal here. This would tie the NFL record, a 66-yard attempt. And as expected, this one's not gonna get there. It's no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
You have to give them credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker, because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
2 and out on first down. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. A try here for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Saints will add one more onto their big lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On first down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big play to kick off this drive. 36 yards. Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about.
And he will score. Touchdown, Dolphins. Well, they get on the board. That pads the individual stats, makes mom and dad happy, but, Greg, we have seen stranger things. You never know.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing right now, Mike, aside from the scoreboard, oftentimes in the NFL, you learn more about your team in moments like this than you do when everything's going well. So I think this coach is paying real close attention to which one of his guys are going to continue to fight.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. A run here with Abanaconda. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
Taken down back at the 15-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Open man downfield. That's London. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target.
A big hole. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And he will go all the way. Noah Gray. Touchdown, New Orleans. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Now a first down throw for Tua. Catch made there by Waddle. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
On 1st and 10, here's Tua. He's got it to the tight end, Dulcich. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, Just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
It's a big play there for Miami. 36 yards.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here's another shot from the 6. It's second and goal. Throwing again, it's Tua. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Goes without saying, like, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
2 incomplete passes now lead to this third down and goal. Tua to throw again. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Miami.
Touchdown, Miami.
The extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Bradley Kenyon set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Williams on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. First and 10. On the ground, it's Abanaconda. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
He is just gashing the defense right now. 17 more yards with that one. Running from the pistol with Abanaconda. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll put a receiver in motion right. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
He's brought down to the 37-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5. They send a receiver in motion left. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out. They reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
That one is good. And the Saints will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. A pistol set with Tagovailoa. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be close to a 1st down, up to the 34.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down.
All game long, Mike, this guy is asked to make key block after key block for the ball carrier. But this time, the coach is calling him to do the running for a change, and on 3rd and short, no surprise, he gets the job done.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Tua going to throw here on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note.
And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Here's a run going left. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Dobbs headed in motion. They run on the jet sweep, and this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12. Up the middle they go. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
So the last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They set up the screen for Abanaconda.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but it still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end.
And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. That's the linebacker, Blake Cashman.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with him again. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, Mike, based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that 4th down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
And that one just short of the crossbar. Couldn't quite get there. It's no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead. Out of the pistol, here's Tua. Finds his tight. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Saints have got it. And so much for a nice game through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk. Game, he stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll begin here on the ground. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Receiver in motion, going right. And he'll be taken down right at the 35-yard line.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the 1st down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up.
At their own 18-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. One last throw here for Tua. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. So this one, a win for the Saints. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0